All laptops should be like this. You press a button, you open the lid, you can replace the original SSD, add a second SSD, or upgrade the RAM from 32 gigabytes to 64 gigabytes of DDR5, which is awesome, it's easy, and all laptops, in my opinion, should have this feature. Unfortunately, not all have. This one does. This is the new Asus ROG Strix G16 2025. It features a RTX 5070 Ti, an Intel Ultra Core 9275HX with 24 cores and 24 threads, and the RGBs all around that scream "I love gaming," which is basically what it does. I love gaming. There's only one thing that I'm not really a fan, but I will share that with you in just a moment. And if you are watching this video on your Windows 10 or 11 computer and you still haven't activated and can't even edit your desktop icons, don't forget to check out cdksales.com, where we can find budget official OEM keys at an affordable price, and with the coupon code that you can see on screen and down below on the video description, it will get even cheaper. The display has 2.5K resolution with 240 Hz with a 16:10 panel, 2560 by 1600 resolution, anti-glare coating to reduce reflection and boost contrast, and 500 nits of brightness with Dolby Vision. And usually what happens to a screen that we point to some lights, like I do have right over here, boosting the image so that I can record, is that they will glare all over. And this will depend on the angle. For example, right over here, I'm not seeing anything. I'm just reflecting to my lens. But the thing is that this beast that I've got right over here would blow out completely most of the laptops. And right over here, as you can see, only a small dot. So it's doing a great job. Now, the design is cool. It's a gamer style laptop with the logo on the back of the screen and the light bar around the base of the laptop, which just looks awesome. And we can synchronize with our sync to customize the lightning effects or turn them off completely. If I'm on those days that I don't want any LEDs, I can just shut them down. The keyboard follows exactly the same vibe. We can shut it down, or we can have the LEDs as they are with our sync, or we can have them separate, doesn't matter. In terms of comfort, it's an Asus keyboard, so it doesn't get much better than this, I believe, at least for the laptops that I've tried. Besides the comfort, all the RGBs, and it has the overstroke technology, which means that when I press any button, it will register sooner than the usual on the keyboards, and that's awesome. In terms of the touchpad, it's quite big. This is a big laptop and it fits all the bottom parts. It's 36% bigger than the last generation, so quite a difference. It has 3 USB Type-A 3.2 Generation 2 at 10 gigabit, 1 Ethernet 2.5 gigabit, a power input, HDMI 2.1, 2 Thunderbolt 5 ports with 120 gigabytes of bandwidth, which is awesome, and 1 audio jack. It has Wi-Fi 7, and if you have a internet connection of about 500 megabits per second or so, you will get the maximum without any effort. Actually, we can get a lot more, but this is the maximum of my network, and the fact that as Wi-Fi 7, it's a lot easier to pick up any signal that I've got here on my house. The SSD, it's 6000 megabytes per second, which is impressive. But what's also impressive is that it supports a second SSD. And at this moment, I'm testing out the new WD Black, which is the fastest SSD on the planet right now. 14,000 megabytes per second. So I'm testing out this unit right over here on this beast right over here. And I believe that they were meant for each other because I can get the maximum out of this SSD. Now, in terms of practical usage, the original one at 6,000 megabytes, it's really snappy. You can get your apps almost instantaneously, but if you get one with 14,000 megabytes, then probably will get 1 or 2 seconds less on boot times, and the app, instead of taking 3 or 4 seconds to open, you will get 1 less second. But especially if you are transferring big files, then you will notice a huge difference in terms of transferring files. So that's huge. In terms of performance, it's a beast. It has the Intel Ultra-Core 9-275HX, and while we have seen some similar performance in other machines, it's still crazy to witness this power in a laptop device. A couple of years ago, this would not be as possible, especially in this price range. We are talking about desktop class performance, top performance in CPU and on GPU as well, in a small package. And we have seen smaller with different designs, not so much game oriented. Now, talking about games, it has the RTX 5070 Ti laptop version. It's brutal, not just on benchmarks, but in real world gaming too. I played my favorite game, which is Forza Horizon 5, with everything on max at 2.5K resolution on extreme presets. I stayed consistently above 120, 130 frames per second, which is really, really cool. Now, I was playing also another game that I usually don't play, and probably it's not the right game to put here on the test, which is Valorant. It's a fun game to play, and with everything maxed out, it was above 350 frames per second, which is just something really crazy. So having that in mind, we can play any game right over here, even if you are talking about the most demanding game. Now, if you want to, besides play games, then also edit some videos, probably to share here on the YouTube platform, you will be more than fine. In DaVinci Resolve, I edit a 4K video with multiple B-roll layers, and it's really smooth. I don't notice anything at all. It looks like it's editing something else, not 4K. And testing out the rendering times. An 8-minute timeline with some B-rolls. It took less than 2 minutes to render, and that was really, really quick. Now, in terms of software, Asus laptops, as usual, and we have seen many, the Armoury Crate software lets us control not only the RGB lighting, but also the performance modes, macros, Aura Creator, and more. It has a 90-watt-hour battery, and we can use it for about 1 day, or we can use it or deplete it in about 1 hour, 1 hour and a half. It will depend on what we are doing. If we want to work and browse the web and watch some movies, then we will get more or less 1 full day with this battery here. But if I want to play games while disconnected from power, then we can deplete it in about 1 hour, 2 hours, not much more than that. And the laptop will adjust itself when it's not connected to power, and it will drop a few frames if we are playing games, but it will save battery and it will last for a while longer, instead of having higher frames per second and then less battery duration. Talking about battery, it comes with a dedicated power brick which will power and charge the battery, but we can also connect to the 2 Thunderbolt 5 connections here, and it has fast charging. So if you don't want to use this charger here, you can use any other charger from a friend, from a family member. Doesn't matter, USB Type-C, and that's great to see. This laptop is great in terms of performance, in terms of hardware, in terms of style, for a target audience, which is gamers. And the only thing that I'm not really a fan is exactly the style. Now, I love everything about it. I love the hardware that it has because it's a beast. I love the possibility to upgrade the RAM, the SSD, add a second SSD, everything without using a screwdriver, just one button. That's really, really smart. I love to see, and honestly, I would love to see that on every computer in terms of laptops that we use. That being said, this is not really my style. I don't judge it because it's a really awesome laptop, and if you are a gamer, then you will love this kind of design, this kind of computer. It's really, really well designed. The RGBs and everything, but it's just not my style. Do you remember the Asus Zephyrus M16 from 2023, or even the Zephyrus G16 from 2024? Both of them have a cleaner design, but it's a similar kind of performance. And that's more my style, my thing. A simpler design laptop with not so many RGBs, something more clean, something that we don't notice that much. But that's the only thing that doesn't fit my profile, and that's not a bad thing. It's just a kind of choice and a kind of style. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video and to meet the new Asus ROG Strix G16 from 2025. If you did, don't forget the usual thumbs up right over there, which is really appreciated on this side of the screen. My name is Roberto, and as always, I'll see you on the next one.